Alright, welcome back to Building Dad Bod 2.0. Leg day again today. Didn't record a press day this week because my press day was trash. Just finishing up some mobility here. Had press day last night. And felt like I had no energy. When I went to go to work today, I picked up my lunch bag and realized my full lunch was still in it uneaten. So it's about 800 calories I didn't have in the day leading up to my workout. I don't know if anybody's ever lost a ton of weight that's watching this. So I'm down about 60 some odd pounds from my heaviest. And hardest thing I'm finding with bench press, the range of motion is increased massively by losing that much weight. I had to drop the safeties 2 spots on the rack, and kind of like that part of my chest, well, that part of my chest is untrained. Off the chest, the first couple inches of it is a real, not just like a struggle power wise, but it's harder on my joints now because I just got that much extra range of motion. Anyway, I didn't record the press workout last night. I peaked at sets of 4 on bench press, 242 pounds. Wasn't really happy with it, but it's my starting point. So build up from there. Got a little further than I thought to go on my bench press, but we'll start hitting that hard, see where it goes. Gonna do a bit of mobility work here, and then we'll get into the workout today. All right. So this exercise doesn't look like much. Just swinging the leg back and forth, but working on my hip internal external rotation. When I started working with a coach, basically like that was my range of mobility on my hips. So it's actually coming along good. I love that banded mobility drill. Anybody that watched my deadlift video the other day, that's the first time I could comfortably get down into a deadlift stance since my back surgery. It's just a couple weeks of doing banded mobility drills. So we're doing mobility, and then we're going to do box squats. We're going to do them with the safety squat bar tonight. Then some RDLs. And a little bit of, they got some air squats on the menu, single leg curls, and some weighted back extensions. And I think that's pretty much it for today. So we'll see where we can get the box squats to. Now we're going to do some nerve flossing. I like to start toes pointing down, head pointing down. The legs come up, your head comes up. See my lack of hamstring flexibility. But nerve flossing is something that, if you've got sciatic nerve pain, might be helpful for you. Some people, it just aggravates it. I would say if you try it, just go 1 set, 6 to 10 reps. Don't push it the first day. See if it aggravates it. If it feels good, then you can add in another set the next day. Build up from there. If you don't find it aggravates it, but it doesn't make a difference, doesn't hurt to try it for a few days in a row. Try it for like a week. Doesn't help at that point, it's probably not going to help. But the idea of it is everything moving in unison. Basically trying to pull the nerve, free it up through the nerve canals. That's why I call it flossing. It's basically flossing the nerve through the nerve canals. Alright, so now we're just going to do some quick one set of glute bridges on each leg. Idea is just to get my glutes firing before I start doing my squats here. I'll do some single leg. So I try to keep my core nice and tight so everything moves in a straight line. Just now, do some quick core activations. So everyone laugh and make fun of me on this one. It's supposed to be a plank with a pelvic tilt, but my lower back's fused, so I don't even know. It just looks awkward as heck. But so I just hit the plank and then I can't move like I'm supposed to. Looks like I'm doing the ground hump. I'm into a side plank. Then over onto the other side. All right, so doing box squats. I'm on set number 5. I started with just the bar, worked my way up. This is 225 now. This is XM safety squat bar, and I kind of have a love-hate relationship with it. I hate it because the pads are too wide and they sit right out on the end of my shoulder capsules. And the curves, the angle's off on it. So I have to flip it upside down so the bar weight sits straight out in front of me. It makes it almost like a front squat. My core has to work like crazy, which is what I like about it. Really got to hold my core tight. It helps me stay nice and upright, so I don't dump forward. So I said my last set 205. This is my first set at 225. See what happens. Last set was a bit of a grind, 8 reps. Oh. Woo! I was supposed to be a set of 8, but calling it at 6. Core's giving out. Happy with that though. Got one more set. Let me do that. Then we're gonna do some RDLs. Alright, so I guess we're doing single leg box squats before we do RDLs. The movement's actually growing on me. I kind of want to work up to doing a pistol squat. I don't know if I can, but just keep dropping that box every week as much as I can. See if we can get there eventually. Kind of, it's just difficult. It's not just the fact of going down slowly on one leg, but trying to keep my balance on the ankle as well. My ankle's kind of going back and forth. Good for my ankle stability. Oh, oh. All right. Do one more set.
So my microphone died right here. Got a voiceover. But basically what we're going to do now is superset 1 1/4 squats. So all the way down, part way up, down, all the way back up again. Now we're going to superset that with RDLs. Supposed to be doing that like an offset stance RDL, but I hate that movement. Feels like my back's going to blow out on it. So I'm just going to do a barbell RDL, superset it with the 1 1/4 squats. 200 pounds on the bar for the RDLs. Goal is to get a good stimulus in the glutes and the hamstrings. I love barbell RDLs. I feel them really well in my glutes and hamstrings. I worked hard on my hip hinge when I was trying to build up my posterior chain. So that's the key to a good RDL. So make sure you're getting back into a hip hinge when you initiate the movement. You don't want to put all the stress right into your lower back. And the key is to keep your upper back as upright as possible. Try to keep your chest high. I look up, helps me to keep my chest high. Flatter you can keep your back, or even an upward arch, the more tension you can keep in your glutes and your hamstrings. As soon as you round your back down, you pretty much lose that connection to your hamstrings right away. So I'm going to bust out 12 reps here. And then right away, without resting, I'm going to go on to the 1 1/4 squats. So the point of the RDLs is obviously to hit the posterior chain, but it's good for my grip strength as well, doing the higher sets as I'm trying to build up to get it stronger for my max deadlift. So finish the RDLs. Right there, I'm just saying, grip was fatiguing hard by the end after 12 reps. Now I'm going to grab a 50-pound dumbbell. I'm going to go right into some goblet squats, 1 1/4 goblet squats. It's the first time I've done this movement. Done this as a superset. Actually kicked my butt pretty good. I was getting fatigued after doing the safety bar squats with the plates out in front. My core felt that, and then going into these, holding the dumbbell out in front. That was hitting the core as well. So it's all all really good stuff as far as building up my squat and my deadlift. Getting that core bulletproof is going to be a big key for me to do that. And then obviously hitting the quads, the glutes, the hamstrings, getting all that built up. The upper back, doing the RDLs, even doing this, you can see the upper back is popping there, supporting that dumbbell. It's all real important stuff. Going for that max deadlift. This one actually was really good. Got my heart rate up. Wasn't insanely hard on the quads, but it's good for me. I'm not good with the stretch reflex stuff, so it's good for me to get that little bounce at the bottom. I don't usually do that on anything. As you see on my pull-ups, we're all dead hang. I'm like that basically with every movement. So that's it for today. You can see me pretty winded there. Haven't quite lost the six-pack fully yet in bulk mode. I still got to do some weighted back extensions and some leg curls, but I had to go pick up my daughter, so I'm going to end the filming here. Thanks for watching the leg day. Have a great night.